Hey, how's it everybody? BurntBrian here, and in today's video I just wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a little while since I just sat down and talked to the camera and all of you beautiful people out there. Today is Friday. It is the start of Memorial Weekend. I'm definitely looking forward to a nice long 3-day weekend. It is much needed. So I want to talk about a few things I've got coming up. Of course, I actually did just start working on my website again. That was BurntBrian.com. Please go and check that out. I'm going to try to tweak it a lot over the next month or so. I'll try to add some pages, some links to like my favorite hot sauce makers, my favorite breweries, things like that. I'll share all that with you guys. Today I'm actually going to be enjoying a little bit of Stone Tropic Thunder, Tropic of Thunder Lager. This is a 5.8%. I was looking for something light and refreshing today. I remember having this one, didn't know if it was any good or not, but it sounded like it might be just what I need in this 100-degree weather here in Florida. So before I get started with all the things I want to talk about, I want to say I hope you all have a fun, safe weekend with your friends, family, or by yourself, as long as you're just having a good time, relaxing. This one's for all of you. Salud. Oh yeah. Very good. Crisp, clean, refreshing, a little sweet. Definitely better than, it was $9.99. It's about the same price as your typical big brand InBev and some of the others, and it's actually way tastier, way more flavor than that watered down stuff. But I digress. I've really been trying to get back into cooking again, so I found something that inspired me, something that I haven't ever really tried before, so I'm going to be giving that a shot over the next couple days. Maybe the next week or so, and then I plan to start putting out some videos and showing you what I'm working on. I did pick up one of these, a vacuum sealer. This is the NutriChef. I got this one off of Amazon. It was around 50 bucks. It's really awesome. This is my first time ever playing around with a food vacuum sealer. And I got to say, for me as a single guy, I love it. I think it's really awesome, to be able to finally take advantage of some of the big bulk beef sales and stuff that go on. I can now buy those things, break them down into portion sizes, vacuum seal them, throw them into the freezer, and then of course on top of that, along with vacuum sealing, what I'm also doing, I wish they wouldn't have put tape all over the box, but I have this thing. I don't know if you can see that. That's a Nova. So basically this is a sous vide immersion cooker. And sous vide is definitely something new to me. I've heard about it a long time ago, but really never explored it, never tried to get into it. Sounds really interesting. I'm a huge fan of meat, and I think this is going to be a great way for me to, be able to maybe adjust my diet and start actually meal prepping and having good, healthy stuff every single day. I mean, the possibilities are endless with a vacuum sealer and a hot water immersion cooker. The two of those combined, you can do everything from your veggies to your rice to your meats. Just have it all vacuum sealed, pre-ready to go. And that also brings me to today, which is another thing that I got in the mail. I figured we would, look at this thing together. This is something that I'm also really excited to give a try. This was created by, I can't remember the guy's name to be honest, but it's somebody who's really huge in the culinary world. And it just sounds absolutely amazing for what I'm trying to do here, because when you cook sous vide, if you don't know, you're basically submerging your beef, your chicken, pork, whatever it is, your veggies into hot water, and you're allowing it to cook at an exact temperature for a set amount of time, and your meat is always going to be the same temperature. You're never going to overcook it. That's the beautiful thing about it. You can come home from work, pull yourself out of the steak out of the freezer or fridge. It'll cook straight from frozen. Throw it into the hot immersion, the sous vide. The brand I have is a Nova, and you just let it set the timer, walk away, you can go work out, you can go have beers, you can do whatever you want. And if you're not ready to eat when the timer goes off, you can just leave the meat in the water. That's the best thing. Pull it out whenever you're ready. So what I got to go along with that is this. This is the Searzall, and this is a pretty awesome little attachment here. And I actually, to go along with it, I picked up, had to get this. This is the BurntBrian TS8000T. This is a automatic, basically blowtorch, which you need for this. So check it out. this is what you got. This is the Searzall. So when you're trying to, when you're doing a sous vide style cook, you're going to pull your meat out. Say you've got it cooked at a perfect medium rare. Well, there are multiple ways to finish it. You can eat it straight as it is. You could chop it up, put it on a salad. It'd probably be amazing that way. But for me, and just for flavor purposes, you want a little bit more of a crunch there. So you want to sear the outside of the meat, but you don't want it to cook any further. And I sometimes feel like the grill is absolutely acceptable, though if you're not very careful, you're going to end up burning it pretty quickly. Other options are, of course, cast iron skillet. You could use your broiler. You could put this on a chimney and directly cook it. That way, the chimney on your smoker or your charcoal, your grill. And you can also use something like this. So this attachment is going to go along with the BurntBrian, and I've got some propane tanks. And basically you just use this about an inch away from your meat to give it a beautiful, beautiful sear. Nice, crusty outside, but it's supposed to keep that meat a beautiful, tender meat. And check out what I'm going to be cooking tomorrow when I put this thing together. That's right, guys. That is a prime cut, dry aged New York strip, and that sucker is a good 2 inches thick, so it's going to be perfect. That baby, I hope, comes out a perfect medium rare. Can't tell you how excited I am to play with this sous vide with the hot immersion cooker, and talking to one of my good friends who's a real bona fide chef. I mean, this guy studied at Le Cordon Bleu. He traveled around the world. He currently works as a personal chef for people that are going out on their yachts in the ocean. He'll plan their meals for weeks or months at a time. Will cook them breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Very, very smart guy. And he told me that this would be one of the best purchases I ever made as somebody who's big into cooking. So really looking forward to the possibilities. Aside from that, I am still looking for a house every single day, and hoping one comes along soon that I really like. I'm looking again to move more back towards my hometown area, back towards the Keystone Heights, Melrose area, just to get away from Gainesville and the ridiculous property taxes of Alachua County. And I hear they're about to go up to the highest rate that they've been since, or we're about to have the highest rate increase that we've had since the 60s. So this town is already overtaxed. It's a horrible little place, poorly managed. I mean, granted, the city is growing and it's beautiful, but it's turning into something that I don't like, and it's almost resembling Portland, Oregon in a way, with all the homeless people on the streets and every intersection, every median. It's not anything I want to be a part of anymore. I want to move back out to the country and commute to work. So much simpler, so much nicer. And of course, I am going to still be working on some new videos, trying to look at some ideas for reviews. My main focus right now is going to be back into the cooking realm for multiple reasons. I spend a lot of time looking at the analytics on the YouTube channel, and you see what videos are getting the most views, the most likes. Those aren't my beer reviews, even though I'm not going to stop doing any of those things. But I do need to start putting more of a focus if I'm going to keep making videos and trying to lure people in and to enjoy more content from me. I've got to try to put out what I think more people want to see. And the recipe videos that I've made have always been the #1 videos on this channel. Actually, the El Yucateco hot sauce review that I did is pretty high up there, but it's mostly because a lot of people, Teco, people wanted to keep reminding me it's El Yucateco. I say El Yucateco because it wasn't a very good sauce. It's a mass-produced one. It may have been really good when it first started out, but there was just something about it. Maybe it was the batch that I had, I don't know, but it wasn't a good sauce, and all the fanboys have destroyed me, or have bombed me with tons of negative comments and dislikes because I don't like El Yucateco. But it's a crappy sauce compared to the hundreds. Oh, I almost forgot. I do want to eventually show you this thing that I picked up. This is obviously a lightsaber. Much better quality than that crappy little $30 one I got from China and made a video about. This one is actually really awesome. I like how heavy duty it is. Very good solid weight to it. You could really hurt somebody if you smashed them in the face with this. Very sharp metal edged thing on the end there. And like always, I have rambled on and on way more than I wanted to in this video. I just wanted it to be a quick update, but I am excited for the first time in a long time to cook. It's just such a fascinating idea, this whole sous vide, and I love it, man. It's awesome. Sous vide, if you don't know, is French for under pressure or under vacuum, I believe it is. You know, so hence you're using a vacuum sealed bag, or you're using a Ziploc bag, and you're using a drop technique to seal it that way. It's just a very fascinating style of cooking, and as somebody who really loves meat in general, steaks, I really can't wait to try everything out tomorrow. So stay tuned tomorrow. I will probably do an update and show you guys the whole setup with my new Searzall torch and all of that good stuff. Please stay tuned. Lots of good stuff coming out here soon, especially if I can find a new house and get moved into. I will feel really motivated being back in my own space again. I'll feel free again, where I can really do what I want as far as making these videos. Yeah. So anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for checking out this very long update. I appreciate you guys hanging around and checking out my channel. I know it's been a while since I put out content, but I do very much appreciate all of you who take the time to still stay subscribed to me and follow along, comment, like, all of that stuff every time I do put out a new video. Thank you so much. And as always, my friends, stay toasty. Cheers. We'll see you in the next video.